In today's Learning Curve, we are looking at mental health. Kids are back in the classroom full time, but it's not how you or I remember it. There's a lot of new rules and norms. So we talked to a group of high schoolers about navigating the new social landscape.
It's definitely kind of weird being surrounded by people you really haven't never seen.
Yeah, it's odd because it's like you can't tell the freshman from the sophomore because they're all new, they're all brand new. And the other thing that's super weird about it is there's even people in our old grade that just, like 18 months is a long time to be out. So there's people that I used to know, but I couldn't even recognize them now. Like, yeah, you can change a lot in that amount of time.
Yeah, people really have changed their looks during quarantine.
Yeah, for sure.
The school year has just started in person. Maddie, Connor, and Christopher are realizing the last time they were actually inside Mercer Island High, they were just freshmen, and now they're back as upperclassmen.
We were out for a long time.
Yeah, we were.
And I am constantly reminded by my teachers that we really haven't been here or in the high school as long as, you know, the freshmen coming in this year, and the sophomore class has not been in the high school at all. So we really have no experience in terms of the real high school experience, but
and now we're expected to lead it, which is even stranger.
We're upperclassmen.
Yeah, like the current seniors, like they had one full year of high school. That's all they got. There's definitely a so far super successful like high school spirit campaign going on.
That school spirit and physically being together is important, says psychiatrist Dr. Niru Bakshi.
We see again and again that mental health for children and for adolescents has really been suffering through this pandemic. And you know, we here at Eating Recovery Center and at Pathlight, we hear quite a bit from the adolescents that are coming in is that when the lockdowns happened and isolation started happening and they were sort of left to their own thoughts, be it eating disorder thoughts, depression thoughts, anxiety thoughts, when they were left to their own thoughts and didn't have their peers around to really bounce ideas off of, everything just got worse. We really do know that there is that benefit in that social interaction.
But it's not high school like many of us remember. Masks, social distancing, and small groups are all part of the new social landscape.
You have all these procedures you have to follow, and it's just like kind of a shock.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see the way that the school adapts. Our upcoming homecoming dance is being changed so it fits the guidelines of the Department of Health, so we'll see how that goes.
And sometimes the rules are confusing.
We have to be socially distant in our classroom still, but our hallways are only so big and we only have 5-minute passing periods, and it's like there's no like restriction on how close you can be to anybody.
Dr. Bakshi says that's important to talk about.
We may feel our own personal frustration that, okay, well, you can go to football practice and not have to wear your mask, but if you go to tennis practice, you've got to wear your mask. And being open to the conversation to that, you know, maybe I don't know all of the answers as your parent, but I'm here to talk through it with you. I think we need to get out of that phase. You know, I think in elementary school, we oftentimes think as parents that we need to be able to answer all of the questions that our kids have. But as they move into middle school, I think it's okay to have some of that, you know what, I don't know the answer to that, but I'm wondering if we can explore that together.
She also suggests talking about staying flexible because many kids could experience COVID quarantines and canceled social events.
Nobody wants to talk about it, but I feel like we should more than we are.
4 years sounds like a lot of time, but it's not.
I feel like I always have heard in high school, like, don't take it for granted, and you're there for, you know, a split second, and you know, I kind of just overlooked that point that people made all the time. But, you know, especially in our circumstance, we really did not have a high school experience in comparison. So, yeah, I agree. Don't take it for granted.
And Dr. Bakshi says parents should also have open dialogue with their kids about vaccine requirements, and specifically for parents with elementary age kids, she says it's really important to have ongoing conversations about how the school is keeping them safe. And to hear my entire interview with her, check out my podcast called Mindful Headlines. You can text the word podcast to 206-448-4545 and we'll send you a link.